loads up here on YouTube, and I can mute that so we don't have the echo coming back to us. But I really have a lot of great information that I want to share with everybody here today. So let's go ahead and get out of that. All right, there we go. Okay, so we are streaming live on YouTube, and then also I will go ahead and share a replay of this afterwards. But before I get started here, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put in the chat my contact email address, which is very important because in addition to the information I'm going to be sharing with everybody here this evening, I have a really great opportunity for you to not only win a weekly cash prize, a monthly end of the month special collectible prize, but also for anybody that's on this call that actually looks into the offer that the opportunity that I want to share with you. And this is by no means my main focus here is to share some information that was shared with me almost a year ago. This is like I have this titled my my year anniversary special event, and that's why it's special is for those who are attending this call tonight. You're actually having an exclusive offer from me personally, and this has nothing to do with the company that I'm going to be talking about tonight. It has to do from me personally to you. It's my way of thanking you for taking your precious time to spend your evening with me and learn about the importance of how to save in gold and silver today. And then also, you know, basically it's going to be an informational thing, but this is my way of thanking you for taking your time to do that. So what I want to do is I'm going to put in the chat here my email address that you can reach out to me at in order to qualify for the weekly and the monthly drawing. Just send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and give me your biggest takeaway from the presentation. Was there something that stood out to you, the biggest aha moment, or was there something that even from like a feedback standpoint, if there's something that I could explain more in depth or share a little bit more information on something? So if it's constructive criticism, I'm always open to that as well. So there's the email address there. And then also I'm going to put a website in here too. And this is something that you can go ahead and check out afterwards. And the website that I'm putting in here is actually gives you like a 10,000 foot overview of what I'm going to be sharing with you here this evening. But it's very, like I said, it's a 10,000 foot overview. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth than that. But you can also check it out there. There are 3 short videos on that homepage. And then if you wanted to find out more information after watching those videos, there's I think it says something like it sounds good, I'm in type of button or whatever, and just click that and they'll tell you more about the company and what's all involved. So what I'm going to be sharing with everybody here, I'm going to go ahead and put one more other thing here in the chat, and it is why is it doing that? Bear with me a second. I don't like that. Hold on a second. Share screen. This is important. It's an income disclosure statement, okay? Because I want to make sure that this is in the chat because what's that? Bear with me a second. Shrink this down. Go here. Okay. Okay. Let's go full screen. Okay. So this right here is the income disclosure statement because during this presentation, I'm going to be sharing with you a very exclusive opportunity if you're located in one of these 7 countries. So, there we go. Okay, so look, if you click on that link, it's going to give you income disclosure. I want to make sure that I'm totally transparent and share that with everybody up front because I don't want to get yelled at, and this is something everybody should know anyway. So you have the link to contact me to qualify for the drawings. Reach out to me directly for questions. You have a link for a 10,000 foot overview of what I'm sharing with you tonight, and then also you have an income disclosure statement there. So everything's right there in line for you. Okay, so what we're going to be discussing this evening is how to start saving in the form of silver and gold, and how by saving, you can actually help preserve wealth and start building a more financial secure future for you and your family. Okay. And I do have a PowerPoint that I want to share with everybody. And let's go bring that up. And with this PowerPoint, I actually have a short video that I'm going to share with everybody, which has got some really excellent information in it. So what we're going to do, oh, I didn't realize I could do that. I just learned something new here. Okay. So All right. So the most overlooked and simple technique to building wealth and growing your income starting today. We're going to be talking about preserving wealth and having a more secure financial future for you and your family. And also what we're talking about here this evening is, how to start saving in the form of silver and gold. A lot of people have this misconception that you have to have X amount of dollars in order to be able to actually save in the form of silver and gold. And that is totally, like I said, it's a misconception. What I'm going to be sharing with you this evening is how you can do this yourself. You don't have to pay anybody to do it for you. It's something that you can control yourself and control how much and how often you want to save. And it's also there's something that you can actually, there's something that's called an auto saver program where you can actually just pick a day of the month and have, whatever you want, silver, gold, whatever, or both, or, sent to you. Okay. Or it's obviously you have to pay for it, but it's with what I'm going to be sharing with you here. Don't look at it as necessarily as paying for it. Okay. Because this is something that, what I'm going to be sharing with you here this evening is some really, really excellent information. It was shared with me, like I said, December 11th, tomorrow. The anniversary is the anniversary date of when I was introduced, had this information shared with me, and it has been life-changing for me as far as my perception is how as I and my family look at silver and gold and how we look at saving for our future. And it just gives you an idea and a different option of how you can do this. Okay. So like I said, there's a misconception that you have to have X amount of dollars to do that. That is not true at all. Okay. So what I want to do is go ahead and get rolling here. So, this presentation is going to, let me see, how did I do that? There we go. Okay. So what are the benefits in saving in the form of precious metals, in this case, gold and silver? We're going to talk about how you can save, who you can trust, and how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of companies out there today that you can actually purchase silver or gold from, but you want to know more. I'm going to share with you what you need to know more about those companies, okay, and what to look for, and just give you some ideas. And this is something where my goal here is to have you walk away from this presentation knowing more about precious metals, in this case, gold and silver, than you did before you started the presentation. Okay. So that's my main goal, is just to share some educational information with you, and whether you act on it, that would be great. If you don't, that's great too. At least you have the knowledge of what to look for moving forward when it comes to saving in the form of, or saving in anything for your future. Okay. So I'm going to share with you how you can afford to purchase gold and silver, even if you're on a tight budget. Now, this is something, like I said, there's a misconception out there that you need X amount of dollars. This is something, whether you're making minimum wage or $15,000 a year or $150,000 a year, this is something that you can do and control how much and how often you save, which is really nice. And we're going to discuss how, can gold and silver really build true generational wealth? Now, there's a lot of the wealthy families that have, generation after generation, they're wealthy. Well, there's a reason for that, which is not widely known. And that is because one of the key factors in that is, for one, they have, multiple ways that they save or whatever, but the underlying factor in every single wealthy family is that they have some form of savings in the form of precious metals, in this case here, gold or silver. Okay. And that's something that's not widely known by people, but that is true. They all have savings in the form of gold and silver. What I'm going to share with you in this presentation is why they're doing that. Okay. And this is why it's important to know this, because I'm going to share with you what your financial institutions and financial advisors don't want you to know. Okay. And then also how you can start today. But also, I have a really, really exclusive special opportunity. If you live in the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, or Singapore, I have a really special opportunity, which is kind of like the cherry on top of being able to save in the form of silver and gold. Okay. And I'll explain it after the short video that I'm going to share here with you in a minute. So who is this for? This is for anyone who understands the importance of saving in the form of gold and silver, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. That was me. Over a year ago, if you would ask me December 10th of 2020, I would not be able to tell you. I'd say, I don't know, go Google it online and see what you can find out. But you wouldn't have the information that I'm going to share with you here this evening that's condensed. Okay. So that's basically what it is. If you understand it's important, but you're not sure how to go about doing it, then this is definitely going to benefit you. It's for those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often. And like here, I have down here, it's like if you have a job, but you don't have work for a company that doesn't have a 401k. So if you're a business owner on here this evening, and because I can't see in the chat, where you're coming from or what your profession is. But if you're a business owner and you're on this presentation, I highly encourage you to listen to what's shared in the video. And then also, if you have any questions, I have a way how this you can have, have this benefit your employees. Okay. And this is something that I could jump on a separate call or whatever afterwards. Or if you have questions, you can put them in the chat and I will answer them. But like if you're working for a company that doesn't have a 401k, okay, so what are your options for saving? Okay, so this is I'll give you one, and this is something like even with companies, if you work for a company that's like a bigger company like Target or like I don't know, Best Buy or some of those companies that actually offer their employees a 401k fund, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that because with the 401k, the money's working for you, behind the scenes, so to speak, where X amount comes out of your check every week. And you don't even really notice it because it's coming out before you see it. But depending on how you have it diversified, it's growing for you, over the course of time. Okay. And so like in this case here, one of the options they don't have in a 401k is gold and silver. Okay. So this is something that's important to consider too. But like in this case here, I'd like to consider this like your own personal 401k plan in the form of silver and gold. Okay. So that's where you can just kind of look at it from that perspective. Okay. It's also for those who are looking for money for college. You might have a son or a daughter or grandkids that plan on going to college after high school. And like in this case here, when this was introduced to me, my youngest son just graduated high school back in the spring, and I'm really, really proud of him. And now he's going to college. And it's like, it gave me another avenue to start saving to help him pay for his schooling. Okay. And so this is another option for that. And it's also for those who are looking to put together a nice little nest egg, and save in the form of a physical, tangible silver and gold. Now this is what we're talking about this evening. And I'll get into this more in here in a minute. But it's something where you physically own it, and at the same time you're saving. Okay. And so it's also for those who are looking for an additional income. Like I said, I have this special opportunity. That's why I have the income disclosure in the chat. And that's also just for those who are wondering what their options are, because this is something that's not taught in the formal education system. It wasn't taught with me back 10 years ago when I graduated high school. No, I was just say young, but back when I went to high school, it wasn't shared with me that, okay. And something that, talking to my sons, it wasn't talked to them about either in high school. Okay. So this is something that the formal education system doesn't talk about this. And this is very important for everybody to know. And that's why I'm excited to share this with everybody here this evening. So what I want to do is just real quick for email questions during the presentation. I hate that when you're on a presentation and then they almost hold you captive in order to get a question answered. You have to buy into something, and that's not what this is all about. This is an informational presentation. And if you have questions after watching the presentation, and even like an hour after we're done or something, if you say, hey, oh, shoot, I should have asked this question, you can email me. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Okay. But this is also for how you qualify for the weekly and the monthly drawing. And then also how you will be getting in touch with me for the very exclusive opportunity I have for everybody that's here on this call this evening. Okay, I'm really excited to share that with you because, like I said, again, this is from me to you. It has nothing to do with a company that I'm going to be talking about. This is from me personally. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to bring in a gentleman by the name of Zach Davis. He is one of the co-founders of this company, 7K, which is what I was introduced to about a year ago now. And he has a really nice presentation where he shows the value of the US dollar and what it's done over the course of time. And then also in comparison, what has silver and gold done over the course of time. And that's what's something that until you actually see it in like black and white numbers where it's like, this is boom, it's this and versus this now. That's what's really eye-opening. So I encourage you to pay attention to this presentation. And if you have like, teenage sons or daughters or whatever, and people that, that should, that aren't too familiar with gold and silver, whether even to your next door neighbor, like maybe your mom or dad even don't, never, thought about saving in the form of silver or gold. I highly encourage you to have them watch this video. It's very educational. It's going to give you a lot of aha moments, and it's going to share with you some really good points as far as what to look at. And then I will go over that shortly right after the presentation. And then I will extend my special opportunity with you as well. Okay. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and bring in Zach Davis, and he's going to go ahead and go over this, and I'll be here watching it with you. I'm going to duck out for a quick second and make sure everything's going good on YouTube, but I will be here watching the presentation as well.
Welcome to 7K. Are you working harder for more money to cover the basics, but it just doesn't seem to go as far? Well, it's not just you. Higher costs and added financial pressures on families today are causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt on a large scale. In fact, as of May 2017, did you know that 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense? They'd have to rely on a credit card, selling something, or borrowing money if such event arose. So what's happening with your money? Well, it's in the numbers. If you look at this chart, in 1913, the Federal Reserve was created, and you'll see at that point, $1 was worth $1 of spending power. But in 2013, the dollar was only worth about 5 cents. That's about a 96% reduction in value of the spending power of the dollar since 1913. Here's how it shakes out in real life. This is the everyday price index. This measures inflation for everyday spending in 3 different categories. So this is weighted different expenses in each group, like more healthcare costs or education costs. Urban renters, 58.1%. Retired couples, 61.6%. Look at this for young families trying to start a family and own a home, 78.3% more inflation. Now look at these numbers. Now these are things that you have to have on a daily basis. Eating food at home costs 43% more between 2000 and 2018. 59% increase to eat out. Heat sources, 99%. Car insurance, 97%. Water and sewer, 133%. Do you know anybody who'd like to go to college today? Maybe a child or grandchildren? 151% increase in college tuition. Medical care expenses up 97% in the same time frame. Now, do you mind if I show you the case for sound money? Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver is one of the secrets the wealthy have always used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. In fact, governments and financial institutions know and use the secret. They are the largest holders of gold in the world today. There's a reason why. Look at this. What could you buy today with the same silver from 1965? But check this out. If you went to the grocery store and you wanted to buy a gallon of milk and took in 1 ounce of silver or $1 bill, you could purchase that gallon of milk in 1965. But in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would get you 5 gallons of milk. How many gallons of milk would $1 purchase you? Nothing. That's a 410% increase in buying power for silver. Look at the movie ticket. 1965, $1 or 1 silver ounce will buy you a movie ticket. And in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would buy you almost 2 movie tickets. That's an 80% increase in the buying power of silver. That means that is a 95% reduction in the spending power of the dollar bill. Check this example out. 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 would buy you 1 Ford Mustang in 1965. But if you took $2,500 into the Ford dealership today, I promise you, you're not walking out with a Ford Mustang. Now, you might be able to get a down payment, but look what happens today in 2020 with the same 2,500 ounces of silver. You could actually purchase 2 Ford Mustangs. Now, here's a great example of the purchasing power of gold and the dollar. Question is, where would you put this $10,000 in 1965? Would you put it in a house or would you put it in gold? Here's how the numbers shake out for 2020. $10,000 put into a home would have turned into roughly $85,000. That's a pretty good return. But the same $10,000 put into gold is $528,251. That is a huge difference. So the question is, after seeing those statistics, does your financial future seem a little bit more challenging? But why aren't your financial professionals telling you about this? The truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secrets of sound money. But we believe in you and want to guide you in your journey to creating and protecting true wealth for your family and your legacy, because you deserve it. So we're going to show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used to confidently get ahead of the game now and forever. We are 7K. The 7K founders are on a mission to change the world. 100 plus years of successful business experience sits between them. In fact, they have changed multiple industries for the better. They have a passion for helping the average person get ahead. And one of these individuals actually created a company that is worth $2 billion today. They have shared abilities but unique strengths that can help you to achieve the success you want. Here's a message from our founders. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up in life. Using the power of gold and silver, we believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you. So here are some of the questions that we had when we found out about the power of sound money. Let me ask, do any of these resonate with you? Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy in small quantities, and how do I get more of it? So we created a membership that solves many of the problems the average person like you and I face when we buy precious metals. One of the very first member benefits of being a member of 7K is dealer direct pricing on gold and silver bullion. Here's how the process works. The US Mint create coins. They sell those coins to a dealer, and then we sell those coins directly to you. No minimums, no maximums, period. This was just the beginning, and we didn't stop there. But first, the question about what should you buy? To answer that question, we created what we call our buyer certification program. Why? Because we already made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. This expert training helps you identify what type of buyer you are and understand the following. How the wealthy have always used sound money for their gain. The key factors to protect your personal finances in any economy. What's the value of MS-70 in coin collecting, and why it's potentially more valuable than bullion? Why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. Now here's the 5 reasons for sound money. Hedge against poor government decision and potential economic collapse. Wealth accumulation, wealth protection, portfolio diversification, last, certainly not least, and probably one of my favorite, is coin collecting. In fact, what if I told you that we all made a $1.2 million mistake because we didn't understand the power of coin collecting? Did you know that if you had purchased one MS-70 Silver Eagle every month since 1986, it would have cost you roughly $40,000 to $50,000? Now that seems like quite a bit of money, but over time, it's really not compared to today's value of that coin collection. It would be worth $1.2 million. The problem is most of us lack a little bit of discipline. So we don't go down and purchase those coins every single month like we should. So we needed an easy way that doesn't require discipline to collect coins every month. And that's why we created our Auto Saver program. So we gathered a team of world-class experts to hand select collectible coins to take your collecting and legacy to the next level. Our world-class coins and collections are sent to your door every single month, giving you peace of mind that your saving is on autopilot. Here are the 3 different options that you have for the Auto Saver program. First is the basic. We send a 7K exclusive collection, MS-70 Silver Eagle or standard 7K label MS-70 Silver Eagle to your door every single month. Now, we run different labeled series like the US 50 State series for this tried and true collectible. This option features the steady as she goes and most popular collectible coin that has proven to be a great long-term value. Now our variety coin. This will be quite a showcase when you're finished. These MS-70 coins tell an incredible story from start to finish, and they're delivered to your doorstep every single month. The specialty option are gold and rare silver collectible coins that are a specialty. Often these coins have a limited run of less than 500 coins in the world. With this option, you'll get a mix of both sent to your door every single month. Now, of course, these will be handpicked by our experts. Don't feel secure about storing your collection at home? No problem. We will store your collectibles for free when you actively buy a qualifying collectible coin every single month. Every month you buy is another month we store your coins for free in our private vault. These private vaults are 100% insured by Lloyd's of London. They're military grade security, have inventory management, movement tracking, electronic visibility, and like I said before, one of the coolest member benefits is free monthly storage when you're on a qualifying coin. Perhaps one of the most exciting things that we've done here at 7K as a member benefit is created what we call the Sound Money Wallet. This is a new age of precious metals that has arrived. It's 100% backed by physical inventory. You can buy it, store it, trade it, cash it out, and more. The power is back in your hands with zero hassle and zero headaches. Here's how it works. You can take cash and instantly convert your cash into gold with no fee. Take the same gold and instantly convert it back to cash at one of the best buyback rates on the market. How about silver? You can do the exact same thing. Member to member transfers. Instantly send gold, silver, or cash to other members for free. You can also take gold or silver straight to you. You can request your metals to be shipped to your door for the cost of shipping and insurance. It's that easy. It's about time gold and silver gave you the freedom that you deserve. And let me ask you something. How many of you like good deals and love to travel? Well, as a member here, one of the other benefits is our 7K Advantage Rewards program. This program is helping you with a lifestyle that only you could design. There's 800 different ways to save. Exclusive offers on travel, local restaurants, wherever you are, everyday services that you're already using, and deals on the largest name brands. Save where you have to spend so you can spend more where you want. 7K getaways. Gold and silver are essential, and we believe it's the key to living a lifestyle and creating memories that will never fade. With our company-sponsored trips, you will make memories that span the globe. Hear what one of our customers has to say. In our 17-year marriage, my wife and I have never been on a plane together, let alone to a foreign country. Because of 7K getaways, we have now been on multiple trips together to places we never thought we would go. Now, remember, as of May 2017, 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense. So owning gold and silver is great. Traveling the world is great. But if you don't have the money to do those things, it can be very, very difficult. So here at 7K, we created a way where you can share, earn points, and get paid. Every time you share it with somebody else, you generate points. So when you purchase your membership, it creates a spot in the tracking center. You have the opportunity to build two teams, your left team and your right team. Every time you get 500 points on your left and 500 points on your right, it generates a $500 commission check. Let me just show you the multiple ways to earn. Membership and renewals, monthly autosaver program, rare coin sales, and retail sales. Every time a new member joins your team or a monthly auto saver coin is ordered, whether you shared it with them or another active associate on your team, you will collect points towards a cycle check. And let me show you how to rank up to unlock max pay. As an associate, you can earn up to $500 per week. A copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000. Silver, $3,500 per week. As a gold, $7,000 per week. An executive gold, $10,000 a week. And as a presidential gold, $12,500 a week. There are a ton of benefits here at 7K. Here are just some. Residual income for a lifetime, like I just showed you. The autosaver program, where you set it and forget it. The Advantage Rewards program, where you can travel the world and have exclusive deals on some of the best name brands and some of your local favorites. 7K limited and rare coins. The Sound Money Wallet. 1099 tax write-offs because you'll be owning and running your own business. Gold-backed IRA. 7K healthcare program. The ability to buy precious metals at dealer direct pricing, and much, much more. So the question is, are you ready to change your life? Here are the two ways that you can get involved with us: the standard membership or the premium membership. Our standard membership is a 1-year membership. It includes the buyer certification training, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, no minimums and no maximums. The Advantage Rewards program, 3 technology credits, access to exclusive low mintage collectibles, 1 graded silver coin, and access to our exclusive Sound Money Wallet. Now, as a premium member, you get a 1-year membership, the buyer certification, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited bullion, the Advantage program. But instead of 3, you get 12 technology credits, You get access to exclusive low mintage collectibles. You get one MS-70 silver coin, one silver bullion coin, 10 business cards, 4 wealth strategy books, and access to the Sound Money wallet so you can begin sharing this unbelievable opportunity with others. So ask yourself, how would it feel to know that you had control over your financial future? How would your life be different if you had more time and more money to do what you love? The question is, will you join us in our mission to change the world? Pick a membership pack. Thank you for spending some time with us. My name is Zach Davis.
Okay, my apologies on the cough there. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So as this is part of what the income disclosure is, and that a link that I have there in the chat. So if you want to read up further on that, you can actually click that open and read that as well. As far as what, like he refers to it as, you know, it's kind of like it's an affiliate program. I shouldn't say kind of like it is, but in this case here, I like to consider it more like a pay it forward or share it program, because that's what you're doing. You're sharing the opportunity with other people, just like I am doing with you here this evening. And it gives you the opportunity to not only share this great information with people, and also give them the idea, information on how they can start saving in the form of silver and gold. But, you know, basically it's rewarding you for doing that, because you're sharing information, a great company with people. And then at the same time, you know, why not thank you for that? Okay. It's like one of those things, like if you go to a restaurant and you like the food that the restaurant has, or whatever, you know, you leave and you tell your friends or your family or whatever, hey, this place is great. And they go there and eat, and but you get anything from it? No. Okay. So it's just kind of like you referred that the people there, you got business for that restaurant or whatever, but they don't compensate you for it. But in this case here, like 7K, they do. It's just their way of thanking you for sharing this opportunity with other people. And what I want to do here is, real quick before I get into anything else, the one thing that stood out to me when I saw this the first time was specifically the silver one, even though the gold is like a bigger difference. But when Zach was showing the statistics, how if you know, back in 1965, if you had $2,500 or 2,500 1-ounce silver coins, they were basically worth $1 each. Okay, you could go into a Ford dealer and buy a Ford Mustang. But if you took that same $2,500 in the paper currency or fiat money and walked into a Ford dealer, you're looking at just a down payment pretty much on the car, and then you have another 4 to 5 years paying off the car. Whereas if you had the same 2,500 1-ounce silver coins and you walked into a Ford dealer, you'd be able to walk out with 2 brand new cars already paid for. So that's something that really was one of those aha moments for me. And then also with the gold, you know, putting $10,000 into a house back in 1965, your return on your investment, so to speak, would be around $85,000 versus time in today's market. Whereas that same $10,000, if you would have put it into gold back in 1965, is worth over $500,000, you know, $528,000. So that's really kind of eye-opening numbers. And what it's showing you is that the value of fiat money, the paper currency, is continually going down. You can't buy what you could buy years ago. Whereas silver and gold over the course of time has shown that it's held its purchasing power. It actually increased. Okay. And so, you know, there's no guarantee whether it's going to continue to increase or continue to go up, but it's always going to maintain that value that it has. And that's what's really kind of eye-opening about this. It's like I never realized this, okay, until, you know, I watched this presentation, and then I actually did some more research on it, because I actually even did an ebook that I created, which is based on some of the information that I learned from 7K, but some also additional research that I did. And also I'm going to put the free ebook link in put that in the body of the YouTube description, so you can check it out later if you'd like. But like I said, you know, that's what's really eye-opening, is when you see the black and white examples of what's happened you're going 1965 to now, you're talking, you know, in the last, 56 years. Okay. How much things have changed. Okay. And just in that short period of time, which might seem like a long time to a lot of people, but it's really not. Okay. And, you know, you look at it, everything from, even like I use this example quite often, is in like a biblical terms. You go back to, you know, what did one of the wise men bring the infant Jesus? He brought him gold, because even back then, gold had its value, its significance, and that's what's something that people need to understand. So it's like I said, I wanted to share this information with everybody. That was my biggest point tonight, was to make sure that you walked away from this presentation knowing more about silver and gold and the benefits of it before you started watching the presentation. So like, if you just wanted to find out that information, you're more than welcome to leave if you'd like. But I do want to share another great opportunity or something with you that's really kind of eye-opening. Okay. And just to kind of give you a little bit more information about 7K. Okay. So, and I encourage everybody to do this. Go ahead and look them up online, check the Better Business Bureau. That's what I usually do whenever somebody talks to me about a company. And 7K actually has a physical location. There's a lot of things that people talk to you about or share with you online, but there's no physical location where you could actually go knock on a door or walk in the door or something. But in this case here, 7K is located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. They do have like normal operating business hours, just like a regular bank or someplace like that, or a store that you would go into. So you could actually go in there and actually talk to people and do your business there too. If you were in the state of Idaho, okay, near Idaho Falls, they do have a phone number which you can call and talk to anybody during the normal business hours. After hours, they do have a chat support team. And I will say this, in my time this past year being with 7K, anytime I've had a question about anything, whether it's the autosaver program or what I'm interested in doing, their chat support is by far one of the very best I've ever. I can't speak highly enough of them. They're right on the spot. They're friendly. They're polite. They're knowledgeable. And there's been 2 cases where the person didn't have the exact information that I was looking for, but the very next morning, one time I got a phone call from a person from 7K, another time I got an email like right away first thing in the morning. So they really do take pride in their customer service. And that's what's very important, because especially if you're saving in the form of silver and gold and you're relying on any company, whether it's 7K or another company, you want to make sure that their customer service is top notch. Okay. So even like if you're not interested in finding out more about 7K, that's totally up to you. But just kind of keep these pointers in mind when you're looking to save in the form of silver and gold. Okay. I don't, like I said, I don't like to consider it purchasing, because they do have a lot of great collector's coins, and Zach explained the value of that $1.2 million mistake, which that is really eye-opening. It's something where, if you would have known that, or if I would have known that, actually back in 86, that's when I graduated. So if I would have known that back in 1986, if I would have, collected one of these, which this is what it looks like. This is an MS-70 Silver Eagle. It's got, whoops, let me see here. I got to get a better camera. I've been saying that, but I know I really need to. It's got a barcode, a serial number, and it's graded NGC MS-70. So MS-70 is a perfectly graded coin. It's like it's mint. It hasn't been touched. It's pristine. So it comes in this hard plastic case, and NGC is one of the top 2 grading companies in the world. And so what 7K does is they take, they get their silver or gold. They do offer it in. There are gold coins too that they offer. I actually did pick one up just to see what it was like. Okay, and this is a 0.5 gram gold, and it's also graded. But what they do is they get the coins, they send them to NGC, and they make sure that what they're sending you is the best quality gold and silver. In this case here, that's why they send it to NGC. They want to make sure that it's legitimate, it's certified, and it's traceable and trackable. And like with the barcode and serial number on there, that means every single thing that they send you is traced and tracked. Okay, so they know that what you're getting the highest quality type of silver or gold. And they do offer standard silver and gold bullion, the rounds, so you can also get them so they're not graded. But in this case here, what I've done, like what Zach was explaining with the $1.2 million mistake, if you would have collected one a month since 1986, you would have spent in the average between 40 to 50 grand. But over the course of, you have 1986 till now, you had a course of 35 plus years, that's not really that much, because you're doing it incrementally. And that's what and if I would have known that back in 1986, I'd be coming from a yacht, probably somewhere out in the middle of the Caribbean or something, where, sharing this presentation with you, because that collection is worth, talk about an investment over 1.2 million versus spending $40,000 to $50,000. I think anybody would do that if they had that. But see, and that's the thing, is that was doing it incrementally. It's not that you had to spend 40 to 50 grand in one lump. that was just doing incrementally once a month, somebody picking up one of these MS70 coins. And that's why when 7K got together, like, well, how can we educate people about silver and gold? And then how can we make it affordable for anybody, regardless of their income, to be able to do it incrementally month by month. And that's how they came up with their autosaver program, which is really kind of cool. But, what the thing is with 7K and their membership, they're making sure that you get a perfectly graded coin. It's legitimate, and they're sending you nothing but the best quality. And that's the point of the membership, is to, because they have their overhead costs. So imagine for them to get MS70s, not every coin, just because it's straight from the mint, is going to grade MS70. So they could get in 1,000 coins and only have maybe 600 of them be MS70. Okay. So what they're doing is they're taking, part of the cost is, they're footing the bill for making sure you get a quality coin. Now, like, just so you know, for the cost to have a coin graded, like if you were to do this on your own, it would cost the membership for NGC just to be able to send them a coin is $25 a year. Okay. And then in order to have a coin graded, it's I believe it's $35 just to have the coin graded. So you're already at $60. Okay. And you don't even know if you're going to get an MS70 graded coin. Okay. And that's not even considering the cost of the coin itself. So when you look at it, with what 7K is doing, they're ensuring that you and I receive the very best quality in silver or gold, depending on which option you take. And I want to show you here this gold one real quick, because this is how it comes. It comes in a FedEx envelope. Everything they do is traced and tracked by FedEx. It comes it's wrapped in bubble wrap in a FedEx envelope, and it's got this plastic sleeve. Okay, so you take it out of that, and what they do is it's got it comes with this. This is a Golden State Montana butterfly. Okay, or a morning cloak is what it is. I'm sorry. So it says that year issue 2021, country of issue Cook Island. It's got mint, Mayor mint. It's got a $5 face value. The coin weight is a 0.5 gram, and its metal purity is 0.99999. And the metal composition is pure gold, and the mintage is 5,000. So everything that you get through an autosaver is going to have this type of card, depending on whether it's silver or gold. But in this case here, it comes. This one here is a PF70 Ultra Cameo, because the gold, from my knowledge, is grading different than the MS. Okay, which is still the same. It's still a perfectly graded coin. So that's a 0.5 gram gold coin. Okay, it's kind of small in comparison to the silver. Whoops. Why can't I get this ever? There we go. So it's in the same type of holder, but they got a spacer there to make sure it's centered. So like when, like with that, so that person that has that $1.2 million collection, I'm sure it's probably even gone up from the time that they did this presentation. But that's just something to consider, okay? And why, in the form of a collectible, why you might want to look at that. But that's why they have their buyer certification program too, and it's free. It's part of your membership. And it actually is, step-by-step videos where they're explaining, and they have experts on there sharing, their knowledge about gold and silver and what you might want to look for if you're looking for like long-term or short-term savings, or depending on that's like they call it the buyer certification, because you find out what type of gold or silver you might want to save in. And you don't necessarily have to go through that if you don't want to, but I highly encourage people who do become a member to go through that, because it's very educational. You'll get a lot, additional great amount of information from that, but it's something that's part of the cost. Okay. And then also there's the buyer's advantage. Okay. And that's something where you can use it for discounts on whether it's, food or restaurants, hotels, vacation packages. There's even some stores that have discounts in there. So it's all part of the membership, and you can, it's something that's going to save you money throughout the year. If you do a lot of stuff, whether it's eating out or going places or whatever, it's going to definitely benefit you. You can do it by your state or zip code or whatever, and look up different, see what's in that area as far as the discounts, but it's going to save you some money over the course of time too. And it's all part of the package. But real quick, with what I was impressed with 7K when I looked at their Better Business Bureau rating, it's an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. And at the time I did the screenshot, it was 40 customer reviews. They had a 4.5 out of 5 star rating, which is excellent. And what I think is really important, even more than the customer complaints or customer reviews, is the customer complaints. They had 0. So from when I did this, which was earlier this year, from 2016 when they opened till now, they've had no formal customer complaints. So that's like I said, when it goes back to their customer service, they're always on top of their A game when it comes to that. Okay, and real quick, to talk about the founders of 7K, their founders are Zach Davis, who did the video, Roger Ball, Josh Anderson, and Richard Hansen. These are the four that got together and decided to come up with 7K and to educate people about silver and gold, and at the same time come up with some way that people could incrementally save month after month after month and start building that wealth. Okay, so it's not something you have to do all at once. Like I said, this is something you can afford if you're on a tight budget. So like with Zach mentioned that one of the owners created a $2 billion company. So if the name Roger Ball looks familiar to you, that's why he's the founder of this company called Melaleuca. And here in the United States, people are pretty familiar with them. They've been around for over 20 plus years. So they're a real solid company. And so that just shows you the quality of people that are the founders of 7K. Okay. So, and it says something to you also. It's not just one person owning the company, because, that's where some companies where they're just have one owner or maybe two owners or whatever, there's usually some strife or whatever. Over the course of time, something might happen. But in this case here, they do have the four founders. They do have a board of directors. They do everything like a normal corporation does. Okay, so they as far as the stability of the company, they have a lot of the good people and pieces in place to be a company that's going to be around for a long, long time. Plus, everything that they do is traced and tracked. So you'll never, every single thing that you purchase from them or save from them, and it's tracked, from the time that the autosaver is shipped out to the, you having it. They have all that tracking, whether it's from the supplier to NGC to back to 7K to you. And then after that, one thing I want to point out here too is real quick, and then I want to share something really, really, really special with you, is people wonder, well, why, if I save in the form of silver and gold, what happens if I need to liquidate it? Okay, well, that's one thing that 7K is taken care of too, is, okay, yeah, everybody has the option of going to a coin dealer or one of those places that will buy silver and gold. Okay, that's one option, but typically the place that buys silver and gold, they have they don't give you nearly as much because they have their cut, okay, because they have to have their excuses as to why it's going to, what if they can't sell it or this, that, or the other thing. So they're not going to give you your full value for it. But in this case here, if you purchase an MS-70 Silver Eagle and you walk into one of these places, they know that you're expecting the top dollar for it because it's a perfectly graded coin. They can't ask for anything better. Neither can you, where it's something where it's going to always hold its value and then some. And, with a lot of times, nobody's sure what the market's going to do either on silver and gold, but there are a lot of rumors that silver is going to take off. They've been saying that over the course of the year here, but most likely it will. There's no guarantee on that, but like if you have this, if you're buying this now and you're paying, like say, we'll just use the auto saver for this silver is 105, okay, per month. Okay, then there's the shipping and insurance, which comes out to, I believe, like 117 at the moment. So that's what you're paying for this. Okay, and but say 6 months from now, silver doubles or triples, then your savings just doubled or tripled. And I'm just saying this hypothetically, there's no guarantee anything. That's why I have the income disclosure in there as far as the earnings from 7K as well. But it's just something to think about. But over the course of history, and what's shown in the presentation is that the value of silver and gold has maintained its purchasing power. And that's the thing to look at, is the purchasing power. Okay. So what I want to share with you here, okay, is in order to become a member of 7K, it's like I said, if you went to their website and just went to 7k.metals.com, they're going to say who referred you, because their whole business is a pay it forward share program. Okay. And that's, like I say, I'd like to say share it forward, because you're sharing opportunity with other people. And at the same time, because you're helping spread the word and share this great company with people and the information about silver and gold, they want to thank you for doing that. So what I'd like you to do is, like, if you went there now, they would ask you who, referred you. So in this case here, that's why I have the link in the chat, the 7kmetals.com/Rick F. That's my user ID. Okay. My affiliate link. Okay. So in this case here, you would be attached to me. But what I want to share with you with that is I want to take that a step further. Okay. Because in order to qualify and earn passively more. Okay, so by sharing the opportunities, you have to help the people that are below you, because it's a binary compensation plan. You have a left and a right. Okay, so in order to become an associate, you need one person on your left and one person on your right. Once you have those two people and you accumulate 500 points on your left and 500 on your right, you get a $500 compensation check. Okay, and that's just for sharing the opportunity. But in this case here, what I want to do is take that a step further, where I want to have a team, and it's not my team, it's not your team, it's our team, where we work together to help. I help you qualify and rank up, and at the same time as I'm helping you, you're in turn helping me. Okay, so that's where it's how it works, is because in order to, for the people that have ranked up to executive gold or presidential gold or whatever, 7K, they've put together a team where people are working together to help each other rank up and qualify, because the better the people that are on your team do, the better that you do. Okay, so what I want to do is I'd like you to, my offer here is to have you send an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org with your best email address and your phone number. And the reason why I'm asking you for your phone number, I'm not going to call you unless you say, hey, Rick, I have more questions. Can we jump on a call? Okay, that's fine. I'd be more than happy to jump on a call with you. But what I want to do is it just gives us another means of connecting. Okay, like say if down the road, like a month or two down the road, you're explaining this to somebody and you have a question and you're not quite sure of the answer. If you want to text me or whatever, get a hold of me. I would prefer you text me before you call. That way I know that you're, who's calling or whatever. But I'm going to actually be giving you my specific cell phone number. Once you send me the email with your preferred email address and your phone number, I will in turn send you a link to have you get started with. And like if you want to just go to this link right now, I'll get your information to the back office or whatever. But the easiest way to do it is have you contact me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Send me your best email and phone number. As soon as I get that, I'll send you a link. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not even going to be my link. It's somebody that's on our team. Okay. So once you get that link, go ahead and create your membership. And then after that, as soon as you create your member ID, go ahead and send me your link back. And then I will in turn, sorry about this, then I will in turn share your link with the next person. So you see how that works. So you need one on your left and one on your right. Now there are a couple of stipulations. If you, like say if you're watching this and your husband is, wanting, either thinking your husband or your wife would want to join this, they do have to create their membership through your link. Okay. And you can only have 2 members per household or 2 memberships per household. So in this case, the only other way around that is if you own your own business, where you have a separate tax ID for your business. Like if you have your personal business or whatever, then you could have, you could have an account yourself, an individual, and you can have a business account. Okay, then you could have more than just 2 for the family. Okay, so in this case here, but if your spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, or even your your age, I guess there's the stipulation would be that you have to be eligible to file taxes if you're doing this from the standpoint of you're going to earn money, or share the information and earn passively from it. But in this case here, you have to make sure that you're at least of age to file taxes, because one of the requirements too is you have to have to set up your account. You do need a driver's license or a state ID, or if you're in another country, your driver's license, because it's the know who you are. I think that's what they refer to it as across the internet. So it's these companies that they have to make sure that you say who you are. So you do have to have a valid ID to prove that in order to set up your Sound Money wallet and set up your account. Plus, on top of it, the address that you put in your profile and your membership when you create your membership, make sure that matches what's on your driver's license, because that's part of their checks and balances. So regardless if you have something that could go into the Sound Money vault down the road, your very first your membership package, because you do get something with the membership package. It's not just you pay a membership fee and then that's it. You do get one on my membership package. I got that. It's a real nice book by Miles Standish. I'll show it to you here. This one here, the American Silver Eagles book. It's autographed by Miles Standish. He's one of the designers of the Silver Eagle, and it's autographed by him. And it actually is a very nice book, and it shows over the course of the history of the Silver Eagle. And then in some pages, it shows how many coins were ranked MS-70, MS-69, MS-68, and keep going down. So it's really a nice book. It shows a lot of history about the American Silver Eagle, but you also get a graded coin with it, with the basic membership package. Okay, so you do get a graded coin. And in this case, when I got mine, it was an MS-69, so it was just a hair shy of being perfect. So you do get something with your membership. So make sure that your address matches your driver's license or your ID, and because that's what they're going to ship it to. Okay, so that's part of their checks and balance to make sure that you are who you say you are. Okay, and this, like with 7K, they are only available in the United States, Australia, Canada, Ireland, Singapore, New Zealand, and UK. Okay, so those 7 countries. So in order to purchase from them or to become a member, you do have to be in one of those 7 countries. And the main reason for that is because of customs and regulations as far as sending silver or gold into other countries. So there are some limitations there. Okay. So that's what you need to do, is just send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. That's also going to qualify you for the weekly and the monthly drawing. And I am going, and once you send me your email, I will send you, as part of my anniversary special surprise, I have an extremely special offer, but it's for those that actually take action and create a membership. Okay. And I will, in my email back to you, I will tell you, when I share the link with you, I will tell you what that offer is. And it's something it's unbelievable. It's unheard of. And this is just from me to you. And it's my way of thanking you. It has nothing to do with 7K. This is just from me to you. Okay. And trust me, it is definitely worth your time. Okay. I'm not going to say here live on YouTube. But yeah, it's definitely worth your time. So what I'm going to do is real quick, because I don't want to have this go too long. I'm just going to go over real quick the membership packages. There are actually 4, believe it or not, and I have to update this to bring up the 4th one. But there's the basic. This is for the autosaver. For the basic, there's the. Let's go to the membership packages. Okay, so the standard membership. There's actually 3 membership packages, but they're starting to shy away from the plus. The standard membership is it's $199, and you get 50 points. Like the points system, like he was explaining, the 500 left and 500 right. So yes, you get the points from the people that are below you, but the points on purchases in your membership, that actually gets attached to you as well. Okay, so on your purchases, you will receive points, which actually help you qualify to rank up, as far as getting the weekly check. Okay, and so it's $199, 50 points. The plus is $359 and 100 points. The premium is $499 and is 150 points. So like if you had, like say if you and your wife wanted to, or husband wanted to create a membership, and you both were, say you went with the premium, so you would each have 150 points. Okay. And with your membership. Okay. And then also, like in this case here, whoever creates their membership first, your spouse would be on your left, and then the very next person that I share your link with would be on your right. So you'd qualify for the $500 associate level. And what 7K started doing back in the end of last year was that they started doing, if you have 250 points on your left and 250 points on your 250 on your right, they will issue you a payment of $250, which is really nice. So because there's sometimes where you might not have be able to hit the 500. And if you're wondering how you could possibly get that every week, is not everybody's going to create their membership on the same day. Okay, so you're going to have people there's 5 days to choose from with your autosaver. It can be the 1st, the 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th of every month. So there's 5 days that you can choose, and not everybody's going to have the same autosaver ship date. So that's how you can incrementally get your points throughout the course of the month. So that's where in 7K, they pay out weekly. So as long as you hit that, in this case, an associate bare minimum of 250 points each left and right, or 500 left and right, or depending on what rank you are, you will see that payment weekly. They cycle points every Saturday night at 11:59 Mountain Time. And then by Monday morning, that money should be in your Sound Money wallet. And that's where everything goes first. There's I believe it's a 5-day holding period once that money gets there. And that's basically to cover the window for in case somebody changes their mind or cancels an order or shipment or something like that. So there's like a 5-day waiting period. And then after that, the money's released. You can either keep it in your Sound Money wallet. and use it to purchase more silver and gold, or use it for your next auto saver shipment, or you can have it transferred to your bank account. Okay, so that's how you would, or you can request a check with, and I think there's like a nominal fee for a check or something. I've never had that. I've just had it transferred to my bank account. So that's how you get the income from them. Okay, after you've earned it or shared the opportunity and get the points and gets into your Sound Money wallet, that's how it gets transferred to you for if you wanted to spend it on something, other than silver and gold, or put it in a savings account. And I do want to point out too, real quick, that you will be taxed for this information. I believe in the United States, once you hit the $600 threshold in a year, anything over that, they do submit that information to the IRS. So you will, and they do not take taxes out of the income. So that's the full income is what you get. And so you will have to pay taxes on that come the following year for tax purposes. And that's where I mentioned, like, you have to make sure that anybody that's earning and qualifying and ranking up, they have to be able to file a tax return. Okay, so that's something that's important to know too. Okay, so real quick on the autosaver, there's 4 different plans to choose from. Like I said, I need to update this. They just added another one last weekend. There's the basic, which is $105 a month. Then you have the shipping and insurance. And this is just a screenshot, but there's like 5. This is where you would choose your 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, or 26th day of the month. And then you just click add. And then on that day of the month, so today is the 10th, like say if you wanted to have it shipped out on the 15th. So then you would click the 15th, then on the 15th, they would send you an email and say, hey, congratulations, we just charged your, they say we charged your credit card on file, or your bank account, or however you have it set up. You can do a credit card, or you can do the bank transfer, wire transfer. So they will send you an email saying, okay, we charged your bank or your credit card, the $117, for the shipping insurance included. And the very next day, you get a tracking number with the FedEx barcode, in 2 days later when it's delivered. At least that's how quick it's come here in the United States for me. 2 days later, when they deliver your package, you get an email saying, hey, FedEx just dropped off your package. So that's how thorough they are with everything. It's not like they ship it and then you don't know where it's at. You can trace it, track it from the minute it leaves 7K. Okay, so that's how thorough they are with everything. Okay, so the basic's 105, the variety is 139. The basic is the American Silver Eagle, just like this. Okay, the variety coin is this 7K State Animal Series, and they call it the 7K because it's got that label. You'll see in the label here. Sorry, this is really terrible. It actually, there we go. It's got 7K in the border of the label. Okay, that's what it's a state series, and to my knowledge, I believe it's colorized. I've never done the variety, but I've done the basic and I've done the specialty. And the specialty is the gold here, the half-gram gold. So that's what those 2 are. Okay, and the other one that they just added was it's a special gold note series, and I believe that one is one. I'm sorry, I don't know. It's like 119, I think, per gold note plus the shipping and insurance. It's something they just brand new that they just came out with last weekend. During a presentation, they had an event where they had a bunch of people together, and during these events, they honor the people, they recognize the people that have ranked up over the course of, they have several events throughout the year. In this case here, they recognize people that qualified from associate on. They have one executive or one presidential gold. And that person they brought up on stage. So, and they recognize them. And if you actually hit silver, the rank is silver, which is the 3,500 points on your left and right, and you have the qualifying numbers below you. If you hit that within the first 90 days, what they do that's extra special is they actually reward you as an added bonus just for taking action and sharing this great opportunity with other people. They will actually give you a 100-ounce silver bar for free, just for sharing the opportunity and qualifying, hitting that rank as silver within the first 90 days. Now, after you hit that rank, you have to maintain it for 45 days afterwards, because sometimes people will join and then they'll change their mind and back out. So that'll drop your points back down. But in this case, once you hit silver and hold that rank for 45 days, at one of their events, they'll call you up on stage and they'll get photos with the owners of the company, and they present you with a 100-ounce silver bar. So it's really special. It's really nice. Okay. So they're really a great company. And it's something that I highly encourage you at least to look into. Whether or not you go with 7K or you go in with another company, that's totally up to you. There's no pressure here. This is just an informational thing. So this is kind of describes what I've shared with you so far is everything that describes how 7K works. And just the main purpose here was the benefit of sharing valuable information with you on what the cost of what the U.S.'s dollars done over the course of time, plus the value of silver and gold. Okay, so I hope they've got some great information to you. Real quick, how you get points? You get points to qualify as an associate. You need one person on your left and one person on your right. You receive points on their monthly autosaver. You receive points with their membership. Those points get attributed to you, attached to you. When they enroll in the autosaver, and each time that ships, each month when somebody ships, has their coin shipped to them, those points go towards you. And then also people that make separate purchases, like when I back up here with this email or this website address here, my link, that's my own personal 7K website. Okay, so once you create your membership, you get your own personal website. So you can put this on Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media you have, or you can share that with other people. So if somebody comes along and actually goes to your website and makes a purchase, you get credit for that purchase. Okay, and it'll also have it'll offer the person the opportunity to create a membership. So if they decide to get a membership when they're on your website, those points get attached to you. So there's it's a really nice tool. They also have a phone app where you can actually when you download the app for 7K, and then you can actually share like a presentation similar to where I am. You can share that with people on your phone list. So there's a lot of ways, a lot of tools they give you to use. I prefer to use the Zoom meetings and talk to people one-on-one. So it's up to you how you do it. If you don't like to get in front of a camera, that's fine. You can also just use your phone to share with people. Okay, so let's kind of wrap this up. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like real quick. To become an associate, like here, I got the income disclosure again here, in case the powers that be are watching. And then I also still have that link in the chat. So this is you. So if you start today, the first person that you refer on your left, you get one on your left and one on your right, you're an associate. You're qualified as an associate. So then all you need to do is hit the points of either 250 or 500 per week. And those will accrue. You don't lose the points. And the only time the points come out of your left and right is when they cycle when you hit a level and they cycle the payment to you. So like if you hit 280 on your left and 300 on your right, and so you would hit that 250 threshold. So you would have on your left, then there would be 30 left, and on your right, there would be 50 after the Saturday night when they cycle the points. That's the only time the points come out. So like if it might take you 2 months or a month to get the left and right. It might take you 3 months to get the left and right at the point thresholds, but those points never lose. It's not like if you don't hit it during a week, they get erased. They continually stay on your account. As long as your account is active and you're doing the autosaver, you never lose the points, okay? So that's what's important. And because that's the purpose of what they set this up is to have people save on our incremental basis, a little bit at a time. So that's why it's important to save. It's important to save, but at the same time, it's important to stay active, because not only are you saving for your future, but you're also, you're getting the points with it too. And like I said, the points that you make on your own purchases, those do show up in your downline as well. Okay. So once you have one left and one right, you're an associate. So your next goal then is to help those two people on your left and right get two more. So your next goal is to help this person on your left have 2 referrals. So they're an associate. Then you help the person on your right get 2 referrals. So they're an associate. Once you have that in place and you get one more direct referral yourself, then you qualify as a copper. So then you're up to $1,000 per week. Okay, so you see how that works? And this is actually how it looks. Oops. Going downline. Okay, so this is your left and right that's an associate. You help them become an associate. Then your next goal is to get 2 direct referrals here and here. Then you're at a copper. You're at a copper, which is $1,000 per week. And then your next goal is to help these people here that became associates become coppers. And then you get 2 more direct referrals. Then you're at a bronze. Okay, so that's why it's to share it forward, to pay it forward plan, because you want to help the people below you qualify. So like in this case here, that's why one thing I want to do is like offer you is to, email me direct. I'll go, and then once you create your account, I'll use send it back to me, your ID or your referral link, and then I will in turn share that with the next person. So that's where I'm helping you qualify quicker. Okay. And if like say if you have 4 or 5 people that might be interested in that, let me know that when you email me, because that way we can maybe structure how we want to use your link as far as me sharing with other people. Okay. And then I also want you to, on the team, as part of the team, let me know the people's referral links once they create their account. Okay. So that way I can help you keep track of it, and we can help you rank up faster, help the people that are below you qualify quicker. And also at the same time, where everybody on our team is working together to reach a certain goal. Because ideally, I want to see everybody on our team at least hit that bare minimum associate. And if not, I mean, ultimately my goal is to see everybody at least the gold level membership, which is $7,000 per week. So that's, once you hit the $1,000 per week, that's pretty life-changing for a lot of people. Once you hit the copper, or you got the copper, the bronze, and then the silver. Once you hit silver and you're making $3,500 a week passively, you're talking $14,000 a month. And that can really, really change your life and your family's life. And then also anybody you share this opportunities with life. So kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at things. So just to recap real quick, the share plan, so the ranks are associate, copper, bronze, silver. I explained about silver in the 90 days with the silver bar. Gold, presidential gold, executive gold and presidential gold. And at the time of this, here's the income disclosure again. And this is all stuff that you have access to in the back office of 7K. So as soon as you create your membership, you'll have all this information at your fingertips. And just to kind of close out the income disclosure, at the time they put together these numbers in this presentation, 92% of the people there's tens of thousands of people that are 7K members now. But at the time they did this presentation, there was 92% of the people qualified as an associate. That means that they at least qualified. That doesn't necessarily mean that they received a payment or compensation yet, but they at least qualified and they were eligible to receive the compensation. 6% of the people were copper, and 1% were bronze. Less than 1% were silver, and which, when you're talking tens of thousands, that's still quite a few people. And then same goes for gold and executive or presidential gold and executive gold. Okay. There were people that ranked that way. And there's, to my knowledge, there's only been one person who's totally maxed out everything. But there are several people that have hit gold and the executive gold. Okay. So let's just kind of give you a breakdown of what is, because some people are a little shy when it comes to sharing the opportunity. So like, if you ever want to share it with somebody and you need a little more information, or you'd like me to jump on a call with you or a Zoom with you or something, I'd be more than happy to do that. Just give me a little heads up and a little bit of time to get prepared to make sure that I'm available. Okay. So just to wrap up things real quick, membership benefits. So it's not just, okay, you're saving for your future in the form of silver and gold, which in itself is huge. Just having the opportunity to do that kind of monthly and incrementally and start building that wealth for your family. You get access to 7K pricing on everything. You have the autosaver program. You have the healthcare program. Now they do offer healthcare. I haven't personally purchased that from them, but they do, like any company, they have an open enrollment period. So I'm not sure exactly when that would be, but also at the same time, it gives you an opportunity to have healthcare insurance with them. And they also offer supplemental insurance. So that's something that you can get as well. They have dealer direct pricing. You get the 7K limited edition coins. Plus they also, some of the rare coins that they have coin drops where they have like really exclusive. I think some of the coin drops they've had there's been one that was like 99 or less. And anytime there's like a finite amount of coins, that's the value is actually exponential when it comes to a collectible from a collector's standpoint. So if you're into collecting, you're in a great place. Okay. There's 1099 tax advantages because once you start earning money, you're operating as a business yourself. So there are some tax advantages to that. And I highly encourage you to check with your accountant or your CPA or professional and see what they recommend that you do as far as keeping track of everything. And then also remember too, to keep in mind that you will have to pay taxes on your income that you receive. They have a gold-backed IRA, which is an incredible opportunity. I haven't looked into that yet, totally transparent. I haven't looked into it, but that's something that I want to look into moving forward. The 7K Advantage, so it's you get that's automatic with your membership, so that gives you additional ways for you to save money. And then actually, when you're saving money on what you spend on your normal everyday purchases outside the home, that'll actually help you save more overall, whether it be in silver and gold or just in general. So that's a great opportunity there. There's a residual income for life. So the people that qualify as an associate on up, they don't want to, once you start getting that $250 to $500 to $1,000 per week check, that is something you enjoy getting. Okay. So it's something that most members that actually hit those ranks, they, when it comes time for renewal, they renew because they want to continue to get those weekly checks. So that's something that to keep in mind. And then there's also the e-commerce sales. So anytime a purchase is made from your website, you do get credit for that. Okay, so just a real quick, send me to recap. Send me your best email address and your phone number to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Once I receive that from you, I will send you a link. Go ahead and create your membership. And as soon as you create your membership, send me your link, and I will in turn share that with the next person. I also will explain to you the very, 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 very special opportunity for you that are on this call and take advantage of it. So when you send me your email and you send me your link after you've created your account, I will share you with something that's literally going to knock your socks off. Okay, so it's something, again, it's from me to you. And like I said, I'm not going to say because we're on a live here on YouTube, but it will definitely benefit you and your time. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you have any questions, let me check the chat real quick. No, so you can either go to the 7kmetals.com/Rick F and create your membership there, or send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And even if you don't contact me direct, I will still see your referral link or your referral ID, and I will still share your link with other people. So if you're afraid to talk to me or whatever, for whatever reason, although I am totally harmless, you can just do it there and I will still be able to help you out. Then there's also the income disclosure from 7K. Okay. So I want to thank you for taking your time to share this special event with me tonight. Tomorrow is my 1-year anniversary. I don't drink champagne, but if I did, I'd pop the cork. But thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Like I said, qualify for the drawing, send me an email. Let me know your biggest takeaway, your feedback from the presentation. You're qualified for the weekly, monthly, and special bonus too if you decide to take action. Okay. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you, and I wish you a safe evening and a very happy holiday season. A Merry Christmas to you and your family and a Happy New Year. Thank you for taking time to watch. Take care.